Are you at your heaviest weight and you're doing everything you've been told? You're eating less and you're doing more cardio, but you're still stuck? Well, the truth is you've been lied to. And these 5 biggest fat loss myths is keeping you overweight and frustrated. In today's video, I'm going to expose these so you can understand what to do instead, so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, but also turn on the bell to get notified whenever I'm making a new video about weight loss advice. And I use these tips to lose 60 pounds in 8 months and keep it off for 12 years, and I also help several men and women lose the weight and keep it off, and I'm so excited to help you as well. If you're an ambitious professional working a full-time job and you are so overweight that it makes you feel so unhealthy and getting diabetes and also having low confidence talking with your clients, doing presentations at work, the problem is because you've been believing in this biggest fat loss myth, and that is that you feel like you are too hungry, which means that you are restricting yourself, and that could be no further from the truth, because at the end of the day, if you are trying to lose weight, you are basically just eating less than you actually need to maintain your weight. Maintenance calories is how many calories you need to be at your normal weight, and you don't feel hungry at all. But if you're restricting your calories, you automatically just feel some hunger and some cravings. That's just a side effect of it, because at the end of the day, we are not fucking alive here to just trying to lose weight at all. We are trying to survive. You have to understand, back in the days when were like hunters, no one was trying to lose weight. We were just trying to plain enough survive and try to live through this shitty life. So that's what I want to focusing on, because a lot of people think that if they are being too restricting, too extreme when they are eating very low calories. Of course, if you have no fucking clue about how many calories you need and you're thinking that I'm probably just trying to hop on this diet for 2 weeks, this is a very not good mindset, because you are probably just hopping on and quick fixes diet. That could be like some keto diet, eating no carbs and no bread, or you just hopping on this fucking carnivore diet where people just eat a bunch of fucking meat and they are telling them it's so expensive. I'll tell you straight, if you are trying to lose weight, you have to invest money into trying to eat better, because if you're fucking eating chips and hamburgers all the time, which is just like $1 or what the fuck they are charging in different kinds of countries, it's just cheaper sometimes, but it's also an investment in yourself. If you're investing into a brand new car or into a new house or into your kids or your career, that requires money. Then if you're trying to invest into your health, that's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, if you're fueling your body with too shitty foods, you're going to feel shitty. So if you are trying to get down to, let's say you have to eat 1800 calories to be in a calorie deficit, but you just thinking, okay, I do this diet for 2 weeks, I'm eating 500 calories or 1200 calories. That calorie deficit is too aggressive, so you're going to feel so much hungry, and that is going to plummet your results because you are not able to sustain it. Your motivation will tell you will have no fucking energy when you're talking with clients doing presentation. You have no fucking energy when you come at home. You just want to sleep on the couch. So that's definitely just a very bad idea, so I wouldn't recommend that. Instead of what I would recommend is just be in a small calorie deficit of, it could be 200 or 300 calories, and then you have your maintenance. You're focusing on having a high protein diet, 40-45% protein, because the more protein you're eating, the more you'll maintain your muscle mass, and you'll also burn fat much faster. Because at the end of the day, when you're trying to lose weight and eat in a calorie deficit, your body has 2 options. You either burn muscle or fat. But if you are trying to keep your muscles by eating a lot of protein, you're just burning the more fat instead. And also increasing your fibers 20 to 40 grams every day, because that's just helping you feel less hungry when you're trying to diet, and also drink more water. And another thing I've been thinking about is, I think that too many people are thinking that slow and steady is the way to go when it comes to dieting. Of course, there are some benefits when it comes to that, but there's also something with people thinking that they can drag on their fat loss diet for too many years. I cannot count how many times I've been talking with a person who said, Okay, how are you doing with your diet? Oh, I've been yo-yo dieting for 10, 20 years. That's fucking long. Who the fuck wants to be on a diet for so long? The reason is that you've been fucking up your diet with just not being consistent. If you're consistent, of course you're going to diet for the rest of your life. And to be honest, your metabolism will fuck you over because let's imagine that you are maintenance calories, right? That is where your metabolism is like running smoothly. It's going awesome. It's like at the peak performance. And then you are trying to be in a calorie deficit. And then your metabolism will go a bit down because that's just the main thing. If you're not eating as many calories you need, but you're eating less, your metabolism just tank a bit. And if you're just eating more calories suddenly, then you are going up again. But if you are fucking yo-yo dying all the time with eating less, eating more, restricting yourself, eating more, that is just not going to be very consistent when you're trying to lose weight. So instead of, I know that being consistent is a bit difficult. It's all about routine and habits and also having the right mindset. Because if you are constantly just thinking, I'm just hopping on a diet, and then you are losing a bunch of weight, and then you just gain it back because you are not thinking that this is a lifestyle change. You're just thinking that you're hopping on some fat diet because you want some quick fixes. I know that a lot of people have been trying this fucking weight loss injection shit where they just, it's injecting themselves with a bunch of shit like, I don't know, it's called Ozempic, what the fuck they are calling it nowadays. I also always think that is like people who have a mindset where it's not long-term sustainable, because that's just the same as if you are buying a subscription for something like eating only diet meals and protein shakers, and also if you have the subscription for that, you're just pumping yourself with some injections. But instead of just focusing on a healthy lifestyle change where you're actually eating foods that you like in regards to how many calories you need to maintain your weight or reducing your weight so you can losing more body fat. So that's definitely what I want to recommend. So it could be like 200 or 500 calories in deficit. Sometimes you can also go a bit more aggressive, but it depends on who you are and how long you'll do. So if I'm, for example, be on a mini diet, that could be like 1,000 calorie in deficit for 2-3 weeks. I can sustain that because I know my body. I've been trying to lose weight for a long time. But if you're maybe new, maybe you should just start out with like 500 calories in the deficit, because that's an okay amount for you to actually promote weight loss. So that could be like Monday to Sunday, 500 calorie deficit. So you are going to lose like, create a deficit of 3,500 calories. So you are in like losing 1 pound a week. And if you are combining that with cardio and also steps, you're going to burn additional 500 calories like Monday to Sunday. So that was equivalent to 7,000 calorie deficit. You lose 2 pounds a week. So that's number 2. I would love to know, what is your biggest takeaway so far? Just comment below. Third biggest fat loss myth you've been told is that you just need to focusing on intuitive eating, which basically just says that you need to try to feel how you are when you are trying to eat and based off your hunger. That's fucking bullshit. Reason is that if you are trying to lose weight and you've been coming from a mindset of just eating as much as you want, and that is also leading you to gaining more weight rapidly, where you're just impacting your health, feeling very overweight, maybe at your heaviest weight, and you are feeling so unhealthy, you're not able to understand why all the fat loss attempts have been failing. So if you don't have an understanding of what your body actually needs to lose weight, like how many calories, it's just very difficult for you to have an estimate of what you want to lose weight, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to lose weight, it's all about math and numbers. So if you have like a target of how many calories you need to eat on a daily basis, it's just easier to stick to this plan to lose weight for good. Because if you're trying to like focusing on intuitive eating, that's like very difficult. I'll always recommend people who have actually lost the weight and they know how many calories they are getting and also how much they need to eat on a daily basis, like portion size, if you don't want to count calories, because they know what they should do to see results. But if you're fucking just guessing around with like how much you want to eat and based off your hunger, that can fuck you over. Because if you're someone who is working a full-time job and you're someone who is just hopping on a lot of meetings and you feel very stressful, then you basically just in the afternoon just feeling very drained and you think that you need some sugar. So instead of focusing on eating slow digestible carbs in the whole foods like chicken as well, or cream, or any other foods, it could be lean steak with some beef, then you're just probably hopping on or to eating a fucking bunch of cake, and that doesn't serve you in the long run. So intuitive eating is just not going to help you. And the fourth myth that you've been told is that you could just try some carnivore diets. And I've never been so confused about carnivore diet on why. I think it's mostly because I know a lot of people are trying to find some fat diets because they've been trying everything with losing weight. They are not seeing the results that they want, so they're just trying something new, and they think that, okay, only eating meat and eating eggs, bacon, that sounds awesome. But I tell you straight, I've seen so many people who are just trying that for 1 to 2 weeks and then they drop off. Reason is because you are not getting the carbs that you really need, and carbs is helping you getting a lot more energy and recovery when you're trying to working out and be at work and having a lot of performance, if you're trying to promote getting a promotion. So if you are also just eating a high cholesterol diet, just like for example, the keto, the carnivore diet, you are automatically just having very difficult to breathe because you're just fooling yourself with too much like fat in your body. It's like your organs is getting filled up with even more fat. And your doctor's probably also going to tell you that you should stop that, because at the end of the day, if you're having a lot of health issues in regards to that, like high cholesterol, your doctor's just telling you that you need to stop that shit and just find a more balanced diet, because balanced diet is just is getting to help you lose weight in the long run, but also feeling good inside and outside. So I hope that was definitely helpful. And another thing I've been thinking about is the intermittent fasting. I've been doing intermittent fasting for like 15 years now. So a lot of people are thinking that intermittent fasting is way better with losing weight. Of course, there are some benefits when it comes to using intermittent fasting, but they only think that they should, for example, fast 2 days, 24 hours, like water fasting. But the problem with that is that you're not able to sustain that. And then when you have been doing the OMAD diet, for example, 24 hours, then you have one meal where you're eating everything. And the problem with that is you're not able to sustain that, because you need to eat like 2,000 calories. That takes a long time to eat that, but it also makes you feel so full and bloated. So instead of just spreading your meals out with a less intermittent fasting window, that could be like 3 meals where you are fasting from 9 p.m. the day before, you're waking up like 7 a.m. and then you wait till like 12 p.m. where you have your first meal. The second meal is like 5 or 6 p.m. and then the last meal is 9 p.m. Reason is that it's just helping you eating a lot more satiating food, because you don't have to spread out all the small meals. So if you are having small meals all the time, you're not able to eat so much satiating foods like with more oil and fat. You're just eating very small portions, and that's not going to fill you so much up. It's different kinds of ways to see if you really like smaller meals. But as an ambitious professional like myself, I don't have the fucking time to eat like 5-6 times a day, and I don't like it. I'd rather just eat 3 times and then I go off and do whatever the fuck I want with working out or do anything else. So I hope it was helpful for you guys, because intermittent fasting is just way how you're structuring your eating window. And if you are 24 hours, you need to wait until you can eat again. Most people doing that, they're just binging, and that's not going to help you creating a good relationship to food. But if you're someone who at your heaviest weight, you feel stuck, you are trying to eating less and doing a lot more cardio, and your health is at risk because of your weight, I would love to help you. I'll invite you to a free strategy call with me where we can talk and I can help you create a sustainable plan for you to lose weight and keep it off by having you create your own workout and meal plans, eating the foods that you love, so you can improve your health and feeling confident at work and doing presentations, and also just love what you see in the mirror. Thank you so much. Have a great day.